Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shalise. I am an investor trying to get to financial freedom and hoping to, document our journey here on YouTube. This is our journey, our portfolio, our money, and we're just trying to get there, right? And my husband and I, we're trying to achieve early retirement, so we need to get our capital up so we have a higher savings rate. And we're just trying just to do the thing while motivating all of you. I'm not a financial advisor or fiduciary, so don't blindly follow me. And also beware of scammers and fake pages and all that type of stuff. So today we're going to be doing our dividend income report for the month of April. And I'm also going to share with you how to calculate potential dividend income in the future because I got that question and it's a great question. So I'm going to try to get this video up and edit it. I'm actually filming this the morning I'm supposed to be posting this. So yeah, let's try to get this up with no edits. Follow me on Instagram. You can see screenshots over there, but let's see if I can get this done in like 10 minutes because I don't do long videos. So I'm going to zoom in some because I know you guys can't see this, especially if you're on your phones. So I tried to track like portfolio allocation. So I like that in our taxable accounts, and this is just two of them. This is Robinhood and Interactive Brokers. We do have a 401k and all that. I am going to film a retirement update type of video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That way you can see and hear me talk more about, our entire retirement account. If I click my other spreadsheet, which is right here, you can see like we have $673,000, so yeah, we're doing pretty good there. But I track for dividend income on the channel just two accounts, like I said, Interactive Brokers and Robinhood. So far with those two accounts, we are about at 44.8% ETFs. I'm trying to get this to 50% by the end of 2025 just to keep us balanced, and allocated well. So we're doing pretty good. Technology, we have 17.2%. That's because of all the NVIDIA and all of that. I will tell you, it's not a dividend paying stock, but we did add a growth stock to our portfolio. And I was talking with my husband about this, and we're actually, I'm actually interested to see how this works out. But Palantir, he's a fan of it, and we added it. So when you see the portfolio, it's not just me. I'll be married for 20 years in June. We've been successful in part because we talk to each other about finance and we compromise, and it's been working. So I would like to, like I said, get the ETFs to about 50% or so. And then this graph over here is just all of the like dividend payouts that we've received based on holdings. But yeah. So if I come down, you can see like all of the stock and funds, tickers, account, price. I have like some other metrics here, like cost, how many shares we have. The green highlighted is the total return. Red, of course, is a negative return. So not all of our positions are always up. But most of them you want to be up, right? Most of them are up. and the ones that are down that are in red are like down no more than what? 6.2% red. And I think that's NVIDIA, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. NVIDIA has had a pullback. The whole market has had pullback, so I'm not mad at it. If I come over to this chart, this is I shared this in the last update. I just track how much dividend we received in just these two accounts. Now, these accounts does have like Amazon, but Amazon does not pay a dividend, so I don't include it here. The newest one we added, which was Palantir, I don't think Palantir pays a dividend, so I won't include it here as well. So you can see right here, let me uncross that out. For the month of April, we received $508.09, which is great. If I can hit $500 every month, and keep in mind, I took out the other Fidelity account. This is just tracking two, Robinhood and Interactive Brokers. We're giving the Fidelity brokerage account to my daughter and my other kids because, we're trying to catch up with college for them. But yeah, so $508.09. You can see the grand total is $2,884.41, which is great. Whew, I feel like I'm coming down with something, a cold or whatever. So that's why I'm trying to get this video out and maybe try to get another one bulk recorded after this because I may just have to take off like 2 days and just rest because I'm feeling a little bit burnt out. If you ever felt that way, you know what I mean. So sometimes your body is just trying to tell you, you need to rest. So far for the first 4 months of Let me cross this out. 2025, we received $2,884.41. Usually Q end months are bigger payouts. So like in March, we got the bigger payout. So June, September, and December. So that's not bad. We're in the second quarter of 2025. So it's always interesting. If I come over here to the calendar, you can see like some of the ones specifically. So like all share ticker symbol MO, we have 75 shares here. I really am thinking of going back up to 100. I'm not sure yet. We'll see once we achieve some of our other share size goals that we're working on. SPYI 5120. I'm not going to go through all this because you can see it. QILD 63.92. Let's see. JEPQ $118. Devo $15. A small dividend right here. NVIDIA of that's 2 cents. This is the NVIDIA position that's in Robinhood. We have a bigger position in Interactive Brokers, but I like to track this little one in Robinhood. I forgot to put this one here as well. I think this one we have 200 shares. I think that's 20 cents, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what that is. I forgot to update that. And like I said, I'm not feeling the best, so it's somewhere around there. But yeah, and like let's see, Main Street, which I really love, $35.02. We did receive 2 in the month of March. So in quarter end months, right? Main Street usually pays out a special dividend. So not only will you get your normally monthly dividend, but you will get that special dividend as well. So I really do like that. But now going to the question, I got a question about how do you calculate like dividends? How can you project? And one of the calculators that I love using is from Dividend Athlete. Now he does have a paid membership, but you can use this for free, the calculator, which I really do love, and I do use the calculator. So you need to pull up the calculator, get you a dividend calculator, and also I like to pull up stock analysis because the stock analysis will give me the information to put in the calculator so that I can see and project. So let's just say I'm going to use SPYI as an example. Okay, so I have the calculator up. We're going to start with starting principal. So how much are you starting with? So let's say $1,000. We're going to start with $1,000. Now to get the annual dividend yield, again, we're projecting for SPYI. I'm going to come to stock analysis and I'm going to find the annual dividend yield, which is right here, 12.78%. I'm going to go back to the calculator and put in 12.78 right there. Well, actually it's 12.7 because they only let you do 3 digits. Is this a taxable account or no? So only you can determine that, but this is in our taxable account. It's in Robinhood. That's a taxable account. Dividend tax rate. So it depends on if a dividend is qualified or not qualified. SPYI is an ordinary dividend, so it is higher essentially. So you want a qualified dividend because you either pay 0, 15, or 20%. If it's not a qualified dividend and it's ordinary, you have to pay at your current income tax rate. So only you can decide that, but I would just say put 20% just to be safe. Let me see, just do 20% right there. And then to be conservative, I like to keep annual increases around 5%. And this pays every month, right? Because if you come here, it pays out every month. Frequency, it gives you all the information here. Come back to the calculator. How much are you going to put in? So your annual contribution. So if I can put $100 in a month for a whole year, that's $1,200. So that's where I got that number. Again, just an example. And we're going to keep 5% as the annual share price appreciation. Again, just to be conservative, you're going to have your drip turned on. Let's say you're going to keep this invested for, let's say, 5 years. We'll play around with it. It's a calculator. Okay. If I come down, all the information is right here. You can see 3 charts, your balance, your income, and your yield on cost. If I come down to this chart in detail, so again, if I start at the first year with $1,000 and I commit to putting $100 in every single month while reinvesting the dividend, after 5 years, I should have about $7,856. This is compound interest, literally in effect. And the longer you can do this, and if you can stay consistent with it, this will grow. This is why a lot of people always talk about get your dividend reinvested and be consistent. Dollar cost average. Don't look at what the market is doing. If you are investing in SPYI, for example, and you are investing in it for the long haul, okay, then invest in it for the long haul, okay? So you can see right here some of the historical data just within SPYI. Here's some articles over here to keep you encouraged. If you come to overview, you can see that, again, some simple information about The fund, you can see that the inception date or the date it was, let's just say, created or formed was in August of 2022. So again, it just gives you a simple idea. You can come over to the dividends tab and see like a dividend history of all of the dividends it paid out. See, look at that. You can just scroll down and see yourself. So yeah, you can project and see, okay, again, if I start out with $1,000 and I put $100 in every single month into SPYI and I turn the dividend drip on, after 5 years of doing that, I should have $7,856, which is amazing. Let's try it on another one. Let's do SCHD. I know we all love that one. So I'm going to type in SCHD here. And I've talked about it many times. We have a lot of money invested in this particular funds. Watch some of my previous videos. Yeah. So the information is here. So the annual dividend yield is 3.99%. I'm going to come back to the calculator, keeping everything the same, starting with $1,000. I'm going to change the annual yield because it is not 12 something. It is 3.9. This is in a taxable account. Keep everything else the same just for, being conservative, but SCHD does pay out every quarter, so I'm going to change it to that. Again, $100 every month, that's $1,200 a year, keeping everything else the same, invested for 5 years. Let's come down and let's see. Okay, so if I put in $1,000, if I start with $1,000, excuse me, and I commit to $100 every month, and I turn the drip on, okay, got to have the drip on. After 5 years of doing that, I'll have $6,789.48. So that is compound interest in effect. That's your dividend snowball right there. That's how our accounts still grow even in down markets because you get that dividend payout. Let's come up here and let's change some of this around. Let's say you're still starting with $1,000. It's the taxable account still, but let's say you can commit to putting, let's say, I don't know, $500 a month into SCHD. That would be about 6,000 a year. So let me put that here. Put that there. Backspace. Okay. Drip turned on. Everything else is the same. 5 years. Okay. If you come down here, let me see what I did wrong. That should have been right. Oh, that's annual. Sorry. And I put 600. It's supposed to be 6,000. All right. Let's see now. So look at this. If you can commit to putting $500 every month into SCHD, again, you start out with $1,000, you put $500 in every single month, you turn on your drip, so every time you get that dividend, it's reinvested, and you do that consistently for 5 years. You will end 5 years with around $28,000, which is crazy, right? So again, this is compound interest in effect. This is why a lot of people like to build up their share sizes. That's why they like to be consistent. That's why they like to just invest no matter what the market is doing, because when you just ignore all the fear and you believe in SCHD, which, let's come down, the inception date was October 2011. So we're talking 14 years now. This has been here. If you come over to the dividends, you can kind of see all the dividend payouts as well right here. Again, some more articles. You can see the history. So again, using these calculators help us to project in the spreadsheets. It helps us to figure out, how many shares do we want? What's our goal? Because we can see the income that we would like to receive from the specific fund. And again, you can do this with SPYI, with any particular ETF or stock of your choosing. So if you want to get into high paying dividends, come use this calculator. If you want more conservative, something that, grows as well, you can come to this calculator. It's just a really, really good resource. So again, I hope I answered that question. Again, let me know down below how much did you make in dividends, whether it was your taxable accounts or just all of your accounts total. Again, let me know. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, you already know, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.